Welcome to Everything in Tea. My name is Tiffany, and on today's show we've got tea and also a mixed media art project using paint and something a little different for the mixed media part. So today's tea, we have got Bigelow Whispering Wildflowers Herbal Tea plus L-theanine supports stress relief and relaxation. It is caffeine free. But I thought, what a beautiful name, Whispering Wildflowers. This is from Bigelow. I'll have the link down below for Bigelow teas. But yeah, I haven't had this tea before. Smells amazing. It does come in a little beautiful little packet that looks like that. So that's good. And I'm taking this moment just for me, basically, to paint and, still dealing with the nerve damage. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Oh yeah, that's good. Yep. Smells florally, but not overly florally. This is my little grist house coffee cup, by the way. I like the fact that it's got a little house on it, so that's why I liked it. And I just realized I'm wearing my grist house shirt, but that's okay. It's got like a little bit of a design on the side with like little tentacles, so I like octopus. That's the only reason I got this shirt. So anyway, if you haven't been to this channel before, on this channel we do a little bit of everything. That's why I called it Everything in Tea. We always start off by tea or other beverage. Usually, most likely 99.9% of the time it is tea. Occasionally I'll change it up, sometimes I won't. So anyway, this tea is very, very good. And so Whispering Wildflowers Herbal Tea is pretty fantastic. Like I said, it does have a little bit of a floral smell to it. It's not overly harsh or anything like that. What does it taste like? Tastes cozy. If you could actually have something that tastes cozy, this would be it. I think this would be a great tea for the fall. I think it'd be great for the springtime. Of course, winter and summer as well, but those would be the times that I think that it would really shine. So yeah, so I'm very happy. I hadn't seen this one before. This must be something new, but Peaceful Passion Flower. So it does have passion flower in it. It smells really, really good. Tastes excellent. It's nice, it's light, it's not overly bold. It is a darker tea, but it's not overly bold. So if you haven't been to this channel before, like I said, we do a little bit of everything. We do unboxings and baggings, we do craft tutorials, we do art tutorials, we do talking about books, talking about music, talking about festivals, talking about conventions. Pretty much if it happens, you're going to hear about it from me in my life, because I am just that type of person. I like to talk. So, and I get sidetracked sometimes. Today's project though, I will let you all know what we're going to need. You are going to need paint, you're going to need a canvas, you're going to need something that you can add to that canvas. You're going to need some water for the paint, so I've got my little water. I'll be moving the camera here in a moment. You'll see my lovely messy desk. You may or may not need scissors depending on what you want to open. The canvas today is going to be a black canvas because I'm going to be using a metallic paint for it. I got dust on it already. I'll be using a metallic paint for this, but this is a stretch canvas. It's just black rather than white. You're going to need napkin, tissues, something like that to wipe up a mess with if you make a mess. You will be using, for me, for this project, we'll be using some palette knives. Probably just these two. I like the shapes of them, and I think I'm going to be able to spread paint very easily with those. So the important part about this project is having paint. So I've got metallic paints, finding something that you want to use for the mixed media part. For me, I am choosing do-it-yourself disco tiles. Peel and stick backing can be cut accordingly to project. There are 5 sheets in here. But yeah, they're just little mirrored disc is basically what it is. Mirrored flat disc. They are sticky. So I've been cutting little strips that I want to use. Some have 2 on them. Some have 3. Just different sizes, different shapes. I do have a larger one right here that's where I cut those off of. If I want to cut more, if I want to cut it in half, I could use a larger one. I mean, just something extra, I suppose. Most people don't understand mixed media. Mixed media is an art form where you can use paint along with anything else, or you can use chalk along with anything else. It's an art form that some people think is not really art. I have a different view. I've done a lot of mixed media art. I enjoy it. It gets your juices going as far as creativity goes, because you could do anything. Anything that's up here, you can put down. So, So starting off with, I do have a napkin for my canvas, so that way I don't spillage I don't like. So I usually put it on top of a paper towel, or a napkin. If you want to use something like a old towel, that's fine as well. I just get tired of washing them, so I'm lazy that way some days. So the black canvas, you can find black canvas at any craft store, any art store. You can find it at Walmart. I don't know if Target has it or not, but I know you can find it at Walmart. You can find it at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, any place like that. It is sometimes a little bit harder to find in sizes that you like. I'm using a smaller size only because of this. I have done larger projects as far as mixed media art. I actually have. Just 1 second here. What did I do with it? Oh, I didn't know what to do with it. Did I leave it up here? 1 second here. I knew I should have been a lot more prepared. Oh, that's not it. Okay, so to give you guys an example of mixed media art, I'll show you guys what I did last year. So, after I catch it on everything. So mixed media art. This would be considered mixed media art. This I did last year on a piece of black canvas. Actually, no, wait. This is white canvas. I painted it black. I put a piece of fabric over the canvas after I painted it. Added glitter. Put some little glitter skulls. Added the witch hats and jewels. This is just a little Halloween decoration for me that I did last year. And that is mixed media. So, like I said, you can add anything to mixed media. I'm choosing black so I don't have to paint a canvas this year for this particular project. It is not going to be Halloween related. I suppose it could be, but this is just a fun little project that I wanted to show you guys that you might be interested in doing. So with black canvas, metallics show up very well. So not only do I have my little paint palettes ready to go, I've got my little strips of the disco ball that I'm going to put off to the side because we will not be using them until the end. I have got my metallics ready to go. This is a rose gold. It is a multi-purpose acrylic paint. So it's very multi-purpose. That's all it is. So you can use it pretty much anywhere. You can use it, but it's metallic. So I got rose gold. I have an brilliant white, which was pearl white, but this is a metallic pearl white. So that means that it's going to have a little bit of a shimmer, not much. I will not be using a lot of that, but I do have it on standby. I have got a pure gold metallic, and I've got a silver sterling metallic paint. Those will be the 4 paints that I'm using because they are metallics. There are other colored metallics you can use. Those 4 I believe will be the best for this particular project that I am doing. So, with all of that being said, and like I said, you're going to need some water for the palette sticks. You're going to maybe need scissors to cut whatever size of whatever you're using you want. Material could be used, anything like that. any little creation like this could be used on this. That's fine too. Like I said, personally speaking, I'm using these little disco towels that are peel and stick because they're easy. And with my hand, it'll make it a little bit easier doing this project. And it reflects, so I think the metallic with the reflection will be really, really kind of a nice little interesting picture. You're gonna need paints, and yeah, you're gonna need napkins to wipe off hands, or if you got too much paint on it or something like that, you'll need that. Other than that, this is all you're going to need for this little project. So we're going to move the camera now, so ignore my big mess if I can. And hello. So this is my craft room, and my craft room is messy, as you can tell. So we're going to, hopefully I can get it to where it will be. Okay. Alrighty then. So, now this is my canvas, obviously. Get it in frame there. Okay. Oh. Let me see if I can. So welcome to my craft room. Like I said, my name is Tiffany. We're going to do some painting. Now, because I've got, on this hand right here, I've got nerve damage between these two fingers. It runs all the way up through my arm into my shoulder. That's why my fingers are taped. I can't do a lot as far as crafting goes right now, so I'm doing the best that I can to show you guys what I can do. And it's a slow process at getting started. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm doing a dot painting on this. It's not going to be like the other dot paintings that you've seen in other videos from me, because it's not going to be like really harsh and a whole lot of. It's going to be very subtle, very simple, because I am adding different elements to it. So for dot painting, I'm going to take the gold. I'm going to come up here to this one little corner at first, and I'm just going to dot there. So we got a big dot right there. I'm going to dot kind of about a quarter way in right there. Okay. I need to wipe this off. Give me just 1 second here. And we're going to start with those two dots. We're going to come up a little bit off from this edge and make a little dot right there. And that's going to be that part. We're going to go on to this pearl white, which is a metallic. We're going to come over some, and we're going to make a dot right there. We are going to do another dot down here in this corner. Kind of a loopy dot. So as you can see, I'm making different dots in different sizes. And we're going to come right here in the middle, and we're going to add one more little dot right there. Okay? Now don't worry about that, because we're going to be blending this in with the palette stick here in a moment. I'm just getting some paint put on there first to see which ways I want to go with it. This is the pure rose gold that I'm going to use next. We're going to do a paint kind of out in the center right there from the corner. It's kind of a little bit bigger, but that's okay. We're going to come up here at the very top. We're going to make one right about a quarter way in. And again, we're going to do one kind of right there about a quarter way in from the side. And we're going to set that off to the side. After I'm dropping everything on that side of the... So now we're going to use this sterling silver. And this is messy, so I'm going to warn you all right now. Because our in the messy projects, you're going to love this. So in this corner, we're going to add a silver, sterling silver. We're going to add a silver kind of right in between those. Kind of right in between those. And right over here. So that's going to be our paint spots to start off with. So we got that on there. Sometimes you want to get this a little bit wet. So if you take your little water and you just want to get it wet, you can tap it on the side, tap it on a paper. And now all we're going to do some slides up. Okay? So it's very, very simple. Just to slide that way. We're just going to keep going right through. That's all it is. We can wipe that off. We can come across this way and over and slide through. So whichever way you're dragging it is fine. No way is right, no way is wrong. Let's drag this down this way. And this is one thing I do like about dot painting like this. You can create a very, very cute, very, very different type of painting. Not only that, you can drag the paints throughout however which way you want. So it's a very, very modern looking painting already. And because it's on the black background, it kind of gives that more of a modern tone of painting to it. We're going to add, what colors do you think we got? We got enough white, I think. I think I'm not going to add any more white. We are going to add a little bit more of this rose gold. Kind of like the looks of that. So I'll put a dot right there. We're going to put a little dot right there. And down here in this little corner, just to make it diagonal like. So now we're going to take the smaller palette, and we're going to drag it out some that way. And then we're just going to go right across that way. And I'll pick up other colors. So you get this really cool metallic looking effect. We're going to drag it that way. And we're going to drag it up that way. And in the corner, we're going to drag it this way. So as you can tell, it does give you this really, really nice little bit of an effect already all over. So if I hold it up, you can tell it kind of looks like just metallic crisscrosses all the way around. You know, with the light hitting it, it will shine some. But yeah, that's all you're doing. You're just going to make it yours. We're going to take some silver. We're going to add a drop of silver right there. And we're going to add a drop of silver up here on this end. And then all we're doing is just dragging that. Now whenever you drag it, you do want to keep a napkin close by, so that way after you drag it this way and that way, you can actually wipe the excess off. That way you don't have as much on there, and wipe it off. So now all I'm doing is just dragging all this paint all different ways. Maybe through the middle a little bit. Go down here at the bottom. Now I'm not using a lot of paint on this because I don't want a lot of paint on there. We're going to go back with some little bit more gold. Maybe a dot right there. And maybe a dot right there. So we're going to drag this across and see what type. And if you want to use your paint brushes and just paint stripes, you can. A lot of the reason why I like the dot painting right now, it's easier for me to use with the nerve damage in my hand. And so yeah, so that's all we are doing. We are just dragging. Dragging, 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 dragging. Almost like a dragon. You know, so now we're going to add a little bit more silver and a little bit of rose gold. Not a whole lot, just enough to finish making it, I suppose, sparkly and different. So I wasn't going to use any more rose gold, but I think I'm going to, just because I think I've covered up a lot of rose gold. You don't want it to be a thick painting because of the other elements you're going to be adding to it. Obviously you can, depending on what you want it to become. Me personally, I'm not going to. I'm going to keep a very thin type of paint over it just because I'm adding other elements to this painting. And yeah, so we're just going back and forth. We're going to go up and down now. And I'm using the palette brush that has an oddly shaped bottom, but it is flat, so that way it can just slide very easily across. Now if I was using a larger canvas, obviously I would be using a larger palette brush or palette paint, but I'm not. I'm just using it like so. We can move it down this way some. And all I'm doing is just scraping it. Trying to get some of the excess paint off. What this will do, it'll make it help it dry quickly, or at least a little bit faster, and give you just different elements to this. And yeah, so that's going to be what I like. I kind of like this. And as you can see, all these little points with the black in between is just from the canvas. I like that. I like this. And honestly, the black canvas actually doesn't dull the metallics, but what it will do, if you can tell, it makes it just a little bit matte. So a metallic can be made matte. It just depends on what type of canvas you're using. Yes, it's still going to have some shine to it, but it does lessen the shine on it. That's why I chose the black canvas. I didn't want it too shiny to overpower the mixed media disco tiles that I chose. So now we gotta take a moment. We're just going to let that dry for a little bit, especially in certain areas. Just gonna scrape along this way. And as you can tell, you know, even with this, you can actually go back through. You can take the tip of it. You can make stripes down the middle of it, which actually I think I'm going to do. You can take this. But yeah, you can just make little stripes down through the paint as well. It adds an ideal of texture to it. It's almost like an optical illusion type of a texture. Or like when you're making a pie and you're doing the little indentions in the pie. That's basically the same idea. So yeah. So we're going to get this thing all scraped off, and we're going to get it all dried up. So it's still going to be a little wet, as you can tell. But that's okay, because we're just going to leave it for a moment. You know? So yeah, so right now, if you just want to leave it like that, you've got yourself just a little modern art piece. You know? And as you can tell, I haven't done anything to the edges. I'm just letting it run off the edge. That's fine too. Mainly because later on, if I want to add towels to the edge, I could actually just frame it up around the edge with these towels, which I don't want to do at the moment. I just want it to be pure and natural around the edges. I think sometimes that's the best way to go. So we're going to drink some tea while that dries for a second. But as far as painting goes, dot painting is one of the easiest things to do. And as you can tell, there's different ways you can add textures, how you can draw certain colors out. And as you can see, even though I used 4 different colors in this painting, some of the colors came through more than others. For example, the white. That's why I did not use a lot of white. The gold came through brilliantly. And so yeah, so it's just one of those things that it's like, you know what, this is to play around with, it's to have fun with. Excuse me again. So that way you can have something fun, exciting to use. So, for some reason, my throat does not want to work with me right now. So now, we let that dry a little bit. See, it's still a little bit tacky, but that's okay. I can go ahead. With these little disco towels, what do you think I ought to do with these? I can either start them along the edge. I could even actually just frame it, like I was talking about, along the edge with these little disco towels. But I'm not going to do that. I am going to do something completely different. And if I want to, I can frame it later on with the disco towels. It doesn't matter. So all I'm doing is peeling off the back. I have an idea as to where I want to put this one. Maybe right there. Down straight. don't have to push it too hard. The next one's a little bit longer. Now, as you can tell, I did cut these to where this one here has 3 and this one here has 2. So this will be a reflective. So we're just, again, going to peel that off. Oops, daisy. And I can stick this one right up here to come down like so. So yeah, so it's one of those things where it's like, it's whatever you want to do, basically. Got another one here I'm going to peel off. And we're actually going to do a diagonal ways down this way. So you see what I'm doing? I'm just making different layers of texture on top of it. And that is one thing I do like about the mixed media. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with these. I've got 3 pieces left. You can use as little or as much. I could actually walk away right now and be fine. But I'm not going to do that. Why? Because I want to be unusual. And what's more unusual than using just different textures, different... Actually, I'm going to do it down there in that corner. I kind of like that right there. Then I can bring that one up towards that way. Okay. Yeah. Or actually, I could do that one that way. Actually, you know what I think I'm going to do? Oops. No, I'm dropping everything. I think I'm going to do chop off more. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to leave it that way. Because I want to do... Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to use this single one here and a different way. And it doesn't really matter what you do with your, whatever type of mixed media you're choosing. It doesn't matter what way you lay it. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing or anything like that. Like I said, I'm trying to inspire you all to go out, find the things that you like, find the things that work for your mixed media project. And that way you all can have your own little creative session. Let's see. Now I do have a couple of little things I can stick down here and one I can stick over here. And they're going all different ways and all different textures. And that's what I like, you know. I'm going to do this one as a diagonal again. Now these do break apart pretty easily as well, so once you do it, you could actually just pull them apart like that. Like I'm going to put one coming down this way, I think. And I'm going to do one down here, maybe not as big, going upward towards it, like so. And then this other little piece right here, I can bring in and do right there. And that's all I'm doing. That's the only thing I'm doing to this art piece right now. So, we're going to readjust the camera. Hi! Let me set the camera back here. Hopefully I can get everything into a nice frame. Oh, what did I do? I got all crooked here. Sorry about being so close. There we go. Alrighty then. So, well, crap. I'm crooked now. Oh, this is always fun, isn't it? Okay, so if I pull this down in that front ways. Alrighty. Much better, much better, much better, much better. Alrighty. So, we finished our project. This is what it looks like. With the little reflection from the metallics, with the reflection from the disco towels. This is what you can create with just a simple black canvas, 4 bottles of paint, metallic paint, and some little disco towels. Isn't that cute? It's just a nice little modern style of painting. And yeah, so that is mixed media painting right there in a nutshell that you can do when you're injured. And it's fun, it's easy, it's exciting. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something different, because let's face it, mixed media isn't everybody's cup of tea. Some people don't even consider it art. I personally don't feel that way. I think it just adds a different dimension, a different texture to art. I do like this. I think it's really, really cute. It's shiny. I love shiny things. It's reflective. I like to reflect things. Just something different. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little video. Go out, enjoy the day. Hopefully you guys get inspired and do something different. And I'll talk to you all later. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.